Hey everyone, thanks for joining. So as you can see on the screen, today I want to talk about the result-based and case study that everyone has been asking me about, like, hey, what's OBS? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I just thought of using this real-life client example. Thank you for sharing this. And I think it was a very useful question and very legitimate because it's like, hey, I want to create short educational video. I want to tell client-facing stories. I want to articulate, my expertise, but I have no following, I have no social media, I used to hire people, or I want to hire people, it's so expensive. If you experience any one of those things, then this video is really, really for you lah. So the best part is this is the only program in the entire Asia that is currently supported, accredited, and we are locals. We have like some support and community as well. Okay, so moving forward, how do we do all this? OBS is just a software, so we just want to share a little bit about this. Okay, so what is the strategy? Very, very simple. I learned this from my teacher, Taki Moore, and his framework was so simple that I thought of sharing with you. So it's very simple, right? Shoot like this, boost, so like boost and ads, share with your whole world and stuff. Attract and engage your client by connecting with them and then qualify them, whether or not they're the right customer, the right fit, and you can convert them thereafter. And if they have any questions, you can schedule a call with them and find out and really kind of give them the gist of what goes on behind the scenes. Now, at this stage, I want to kind of share with you. A lot of times people will be like, well, hey, Riley, why do I want to share my best stuff for free, right? And so the logic is this. I give you the biker's analogy. Imagine if I'm a mechanic and I want to go viral, not say even go viral, but just want to be known in the industry, right? There's this very famous quote is that we do not want to be famous. We want to be niche famous. That's the key here. So how do we become niche famous? I don't need the whole world to know about me, but I want the right people to know me, right? So when we shoot, right, that's like a whole like overwhelming thing because it's like I can buy the best camera, I can buy this, but I have to worry about editing and I have to worry about scripting, I have to worry about so many things, right? This method will kind of like streamline things in less than 20 minutes. As you're gonna see this video, I'm just gonna end this video and then it's done already, it's published. Boosting, it's really more about, hey, do you actually know who you want to reach out to? Do you know how to run ads, right? And in another video, I talk about ads. It's not how we used to think ads work. Ads is now a creative game rather than a targeting game. So you could target the best, but if your creative doesn't convey the message with one outcome, one objective, one, nobody's going to watch you, and two, nobody's going to see you, right? Then, of course, when we talk about attract and engage, do you have the system to engage with them, talk to them and stuff like that? And how do you connect? A lot of times right now, people are very transactional, or at least we were trained to be very transactional. One of the course I teach is called empathetic selling. So how do you sell without selling? How do you actually attract the right customer for you? That's something we cover in the class. And last but not least, how do we qualify customers? What is the system? And how do we convert them without even needing a team? So this is very good if you're a solopreneur, you're an entrepreneur, you're a team leader, and you want to kind of distribute information. This is one way to do it as well, like what I'm doing. Okay, so case study, this is where you can find me. And this is one of the case where we did a 90-second video. We posted on LinkedIn. We had 25 leads and 5 sign up. All right. And this was for this OBS course. So if I were to click on it, we will jump straight to LinkedIn. You can go and search me up and have a look as well. The idea is that basically with OBS, it is really straightforward lah. So I didn't even use like any drawing or technical stuff. I just turn on the camera, hit record, prepare the materials, and you can see here, these are all the comments we actually get, right? And then through all these things, we do a one-on-one conversation, which goes back to let me just go back to the presentation here, right? If we go back to this presentation, it's about connecting, right? Whether or not they reply, it's a whole different thing, but by connecting, if they reply, it's one step, towards qualifying, right? So that's the thing. And one of the questions people will always ask is like, hey, Riley, but if I have no following, nobody, then how, right? We'll come to that later. And so for OBS, one of the very things, OBS is a free software. It's open broadcasting software, as the name suggests. And it's usually used for live streaming like churches and stuff. They have many cameras, many animations and stuff. So OBS is actually the software to manage all this. And one of the many magical things that no current technology is able to do, even if you have the best camera, is to be able to film yourself both portrait and vertical at the same time. And it's really good for repurposing. So when you record once, you have both videos ready to just kind of publish. And so I can share with you the best practices, or we will share with you the best practices, how we actually use CapCut. And the only reason we use CapCut is not to add any fancy animation, it's to just add captions and how do you streamline the editing so that we use this framework called the 20-10-10. Film, prepare for 20 minutes. No, actually prepare for 20 minutes, film for 10 minutes, and edit for 10 minutes. So one video can be out in 40 minutes, and especially if you are thinking or considering hiring a team, you can expect high turnovers as well. Okay, so this is just an example. Same video, different format. So let me just move myself a little bit. So you can see, right, when we draw, one is landscape, one is portrait. Okay, text can be the same. Techniques is the same as well. So we get people to comment the word OBS, and then our automation kind of takes over to handle inquiries. This is a more advanced level. It's where we teach system AI. We use like AI agents or this software called ManyChat, which is something we'll talk about in another video. But these are the excess stuff or the advanced stuff that only once you master this, you can implement that as well. I mean, it's vice versa. It's just depending on what's your objective, right? Okay, and then next, these are all the videos that we do. They are all like you can see 30 seconds, 50 seconds, 15 minutes, whatsoever. And the best part is, especially when you take all these videos, you upload to YouTube, which I'm going to show you this. We have one called Cliff, a dear friend of mine. We have another one called Press Master. So the idea is if we have the video that we have done, we upload it onto YouTube, anywhere, we copy and paste the link here. It extracts out the knowledge and the thing that I want to talk about. Then it's like I don't want to repeat myself over and over again, right? Have you ever had those moments where you keep repeating yourself and you be like, I'm just so tired? Yeah, now this would settle the issue. So once you put it inside there, basically it will give you a series of articles which you can convert into social media posts or articles for LinkedIn as well. Okay. And also one of the things that I want to teach as well is basically the framework and the fundamental. So what do I mean by that? AI tools cost money. Not many people are actually ready to spend. So how can I do it organically for free? That's what we will teach you using Notion and Notion AI as well. And also because one of the things that this gives you is the option to customize your own AI agent and create bulk without doing anything. Like within like 30 minutes is kind of life-changing. And we have another video I posted where we do that live demo as well. So you can get to see that too. So yeah, coming back, articles, we create articles, and then this is the social suite as well. Okay, so what people don't tell you is this thing called personal branding and corporate branding, right? And behind it is what? Purpose, intention, and message. So why do I want to bring this up is because if people were to say, I do everything you say, but why am I not getting leads? Okay, it's because of this thing called the call for. So your daily job is to talk to cold leads, people you have no idea with. Nurture the warm leads, right? Create a trust building content. That's what we're talking about. So this whole program surrounds trust building content. We are focusing on that. And then running ads to scale. So based on this thing called the call for, you can see that little chart there. These are the 4 things we focus on, right? This 3 days is really focusing on your content to build trust so that when you talk to cold leads or when you talk to your warm leads, they will go back to your social media profile and see who you are, right? Like, who are you? Like, what's your credibility? Even if you are nobody, it really doesn't matter because let me ask you this question, right? How many people do you know in your industry doing what you're doing and posting videos actually? Unless you're a coach or trainer, I don't think so, especially if you're in Singapore or Malaysia, no one's actually doing anything, right? Like I don't see anyone. At most, I only see people posting on LinkedIn, and that's kind of really about it. And for LinkedIn, people will need to, you have to do certain things to get people to follow you, to engage with you, for you to start a conversation, going all the way back to this framework, right? Attract and engage so that you can connect. And what are we doing when we are posting content is to get people away from doubt to trust, right? So by you keep posting consistently, they always say post consistently. I'm like, what does that always mean? And it's very tiring, to keep posting consistently, to keep thinking and writing and stuff. So yeah, with this particular softwares, I mean, we cover a lot of AIs, but I'm covering the main AIs that will really leave you with something to do, which is why I always tell my students, right? When you come to my class, you leave more busy than you came because now you got things to do, right? So yeah, basically when you start posting even from scratch, you have to be patient. I want to manage expectation. You have to start thinking from a perspective of, hey, I'm building this so that when my potential prospect comes to me or my profile or they search my name up, they can find something, right? And we have this principle called the 7-11-4. This is done by Google. It's a research by them, data backed and proven that it takes people to consume at least 7 hours of your content throughout 11 touch points. And basically, what's the thing? 4 different platforms, on 4 different platforms, because you never know where they are, right? So again, 7-11-4, 7 hours of content. Are you posting stuff up? So if you're teaching, that's great. But if people do not do you have at least 7 hours of content being published? Do you with 11 different touch points, like 11 places where people can find you on at least 4 different platforms, right? Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and stuff like that. Reels, short and stuff. So yeah, OBS, this one is just how you're going to get to, getting yourself fulfilling the 7-11-4. And we talk a lot about that on LinkedIn as well. So that's what this course kind of covers. And so what are the requirements if you want to come for this class? I'm not saying that you cannot if you don't have this, but you will struggle because you need a laptop anyways to perform, right? So if you have Windows, your Mac, perfect. If you have an iPad, you have a tablet that can draw, that's great enough. You just need 2 of this, and minimum at least a 16 gig RAM. I actually highly recommend to get 24 or 32 if you are on the MacBook. If Windows, I think it's much cheaper to upgrade, but 16 is the bare minimum to get started. And make sure that you're at least on Windows 10, 11, or OS 11. Okay, because if not, the software just wouldn't work. So what to expect if you do it yourself, and I've done it, podcast the old way, put camera there, put the stuff there. It's very messy. Now with a simple camera like this, and with the AI right now, this camera, we will also pass one to you if you come for our class, so that you can have this high quality image. You can see this is not background. Okay, so very clean cut. There are some tools that is optional for you to purchase separately, but we can recommend you, and also you can use your handphone to click buttons so you can change scenes. So we'll cover a little bit of CapCut, a little bit of Notion, so that you can do this yourself, or you can teach your team how to do it on your behalf as well. Okay, last but not least, if you want to get started, this was our last class, our first class actually, that is UTAP accredited, meaning to say, if you come for class and you are an NTUC member, or if you're not yet an NTUC member, once you register, you can claim up to $250 or $500 per year if you come for class. So this one, you can join us and you can use your membership to get some cashback or some subsidy, whatever it is lah. Okay, so you can scan the QR code, the number leads to me and my team, and basically we'll send you the pricing, the price tiers, depending on your age group. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them in the comment section, but come on, we got to get started. The market has shifted towards, and if you're not posting, you're dying. You're really, really losing out for 2026 and beyond. Okay, if not, my name is Riley. You can find me across all my social media at The Abundant Riley. And just watch, just go and stalk me, go and see all the things that I have done. Basically, for me at the Lighthouse Academy, that is the company I'm running, we really preach on practitioner-led, and we really want to walk the talk. There's too many times, teachers, trainers, schools, they're just doing it for the sake of teaching. But one of the things I realized a lot is that the reason why I do what I do is because I want to empower people, because I know what it's like to not get paid, not get seen, and not get heard. Especially for someone who's trying to just be honest, try to make a living, right? It's really tough without that leverage, without a sponsor. And that's why we built the Lighthouse Academy. We're always looking for trainers. We are always looking for partners. So if you're interested, also you can scan this QR code and drop me a message. We have a lot of things prepared for you guys too. With that, thank you for watching. I'll take questions and I'll see you guys in the next video.